Good evening. My name is Gwen Tohill-Macomb, and I am an admission counselor here at McKendree University. I'm excited to help facilitate the Division of Visual and Performing Arts webinar series tonight. And on our panel, we have Dr. Jen Motor-Bell. We have Dr. John Mcdonald and Kevin Cow. So tonight we're going to start with the visual and the performing arts presentation, and then we'll certainly leave time to answer any questions that you might have. So as a reminder, if you do have any questions, please use the Q&A feature that is located at the bottom of your screen, and then we will certainly either answer those questions live or we will be able to answer those in the Q&A for you. And then after the presentation, we will have some time for an admissions information that will be able to help explain how you can apply and to become a Bearcat. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our panelists.
Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. John Mcdonald. I'm Assistant Professor of Music Education. We are so excited that you are interested in joining us here at McKendree. So as a student at McKendree University's Division of Visual and Performing Arts, you can be assured that you're preparing yourself to embark on a successful career in the arts, and it all starts with your academic experience. A couple of points about the academic experience here at McKendree. First, one thing we pride ourselves on is our small class sizes. And the reason why this is so important because that brings you closer to the faculty members, enabling you to make lasting connections with those faculty. That's going to help you navigate your career and network as you get into, after graduation, into your first job. In addition to your small class sizes, the uniqueness of McKendree is the ability to be fully engaged in every aspect of your chosen program within visual and performing arts. So this goes into getting the experience of showing your art and showing your pieces at the Gallery of Art in downtown Lebanon, or experiencing all of the different aspects that go into a theater production. And also, if you're a music student, going into your hands-on lessons, performances and ensembles and solo recitals. The combination of the small class sizes, the dynamic, well-rounded liberal arts curriculum, and a valuable undergraduate experience all contribute to what we are very proud of from our 2019 graduate success rate of 100%. So that's just a little bit about an introduction to the academic experience as a creative artist in our visual and performing arts. And now I will hand it over to my colleague, Kevin Cow.
Hi. I am Kevin Cow, Assistant Professor of Art, and I'm here to talk a little bit about the academic requirements that McKendree offers. Now, these would be typically talking about our general education courses. You might be asking yourself, what is general education? Well, quite frankly, these are courses that you're going to take because we believe at McKendree in creating and promoting well-rounded education. McKendree's general education program is designed to teach students to appreciate the world around you, to really consider diverse ideas and be exposed to a lot of different things. We also really do emphasize thinking critically at a very high level. So taking general education courses are just part of the everyday college experience that we're really trying to do. Your chosen field of study within the Division of Visual and Performing Arts will have its own set of courses that we will detail further as we kind of talk about each of our individual programs, whether that is in the visual arts, in theater, or in music as well. Our 2020 to 2021 catalog will contain all of the information that you will need to really detail and look at the specific courses that you're going to need to take in order to graduate for each major. I believe we're going to go back to Gwen to talk a little bit about the courses.
Yeah, so here at McKendree University, in the Division of Visual and Performing Arts, we offer several different academic majors. We offer those majors in art, music, music education, music marketing, and in theater. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to our panelists so that they can discuss each one of these majors in a little more detail for you.
I'm here to talk about art. Oh my gosh, look, that's my face over there. Isn't that wonderful? Oh my goodness. The curriculum at McKendree, particularly for the art program, we emphasize, similarly to our gen ed program, a really broad study. We try to immerse our students in the study, creation, analysis, interpretation of visual art and design. The program does emphasize breadth And we have structured our curriculum to ensure that all of our students go through a Foundations Studio Core. This means you'll be taking the same classes with all the other freshmen and lower classmen. And as you develop and work through your college career, you're starting to branch off into other electives. Using this type of system, we encourage students to really feel empowered and also encourage them to make decisions and discover what the world of art and design can offer. We try to engage our students in courses such as graphic design, drawing and painting, ceramics and sculpture, printmaking, photography, and more. This breadth really does ensure that our graduates leave understanding a little bit about everything that it needs to be within the field of art and design. Many of our graduates do graduate, and we really do try to prepare our students to learn a little bit about everything. One of our cornerstones includes our senior studio research and capstone courses, which does truly capture the spirit of a culminating experience through a graduating exhibition. Many programs, we understand that there are many programs you can choose, but at McKendree, as an art student, you will leave with your own solo exhibition, which is really quite enticing. Further, we really encourage a lot of professional development to ensure that you can pursue whatever career path you might have within the arts, whether that is in arts management, arts administration, photography, studio artist, or even more, such as going to grad school. Our faculty do really emphasize and work with you guys individually. I'm so proud of that. And we really want to ensure that all of your experiences are really quite professional and rigorous. You will showcase work in regional and national conferences and exhibitions. You'll work with each one of our faculty in a variety of different professional tasks. And we really do try to encourage and inspire thinking and art making as a way of celebrating individuality, as a way of looking at the world that is very much so around us, and also contributing back to the community. I believe we're going to go to talk a little bit about music now.
Thanks, Kevin. I'm Dr. Motor Bell, Associate Professor of Instrumental Music Education, and I'm here with my colleague again, Dr. McDonald, and we're going to talk to you about our wonderful Department of Music. So at McKendree, the Bachelor of Arts in Music is an engaging degree program that is designed specifically to prepare you for a career in multiple opportunities: music performance, education, theater, and many other fields in the arts and the humanities. We have a talented faculty, and with our talented faculty and small class sizes, you will get the one-on-one guidance you need to grow your skills in music. We have scholarship opportunities abounding for music students, and our long list of performance ensembles will give you the chance to get involved on campus while enhancing all of your talents and experience.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about the BA in music. So the BA in music degree offers many different ways to personalize your degree to fit your own unique interests and passions. Students may earn a BA in music and have the option to choose one or two distinct areas of emphasis for more experience in the area of music that best suits your particular talents. So one of the emphasis is the classical performance emphasis, and this is available for students of piano, organ, voice, brass, woodwind, or percussion instruments. And then we also have a jazz performance emphasis as well, which is available for students of trumpet, trombone, saxophone, guitar, or string bass. With the BA in music, there's a lot of options for job placement, whether you're going on to graduate school in performance or going on to work in arts administration or work for a large music corporation. There's a lot of different kind of options for careers following that. You're going to have the core music classes plus your emphasis through your lessons and ensemble participation, and also through your private lessons and your recital at the end of your degree program there. So that's a little bit about the BA, either in classical performance or jazz performance.
Excellent. Then we have a Bachelor of Music Education degree, the BME, which is a very hands-on, engaging degree program that will give you certification you need for a career teaching K-12 choral music, instrumental music, and general music. Our BME gives you the comprehensive background you need to meet the requirements to pass the Illinois Content Area Standards in music. Our graduates are equipped to receive the initial special K-12 certificate in music, which will qualify you to teach both instrumental and vocal music and general music in elementary and secondary schools. Dr. McDonald, can you tell us some special things about the choral music ed program?
Sure. So some great aspects of the choral music program are going to be, once again, kind of going back to that idea of the small class size and the individual instruction. And along with that, one thing that we like to boast against some of the larger institutions that also offer music education degrees is all of the hands-on experience that our music education students get before student teaching. So as you go through the program through McKendree, you're going to have multiple opportunities to get in front of students and teach music. You're going to have opportunities to conduct your peers in the choir, in the band, and all the way from the beginning of a piece through the performance of that piece. You're going to have opportunities with wonderful colleagues that are working out in the field, including many of our alumni, to go and observe classes from K through 12, and also get hands-on experience teaching those levels, so that when you get to student teaching, it's very comfortable for you. And also, as you get out into your first job, which you will definitely get, you will feel very comfortable in front of an ensemble or in front of a group of students. There's a number of really wonderful classes for our choral music students. We have a diction course that specifically covers the diction for choral music, talking about how to sing in Latin, German, Italian, French, and English. We also have a great choral literature class that dives in after the study of music history for all music majors. We dive in even further into the history and the repertoire of the choral music field, which is really wonderful. Another thing that is important to distinguish us from other universities is all of our piano instruction is individual one-on-one teaching. A lot of other schools have class piano where there are 10 to 12 students in a room with one piano teacher. At McKendree, we find it, again, so important to have that one-on-one connection with your faculty and that guidance and instruction that comes with that. So especially as a choral music educator, piano is a very important secondary instrument to your voice lessons. And we think it's very important that you have a one-on-one instructor. So whether you've never seen a piano before or whether you've been playing piano for a few years or many years, you start from that point and move forward towards graduation and really show improvement on the piano, which is an extremely important part of that study. So along with private piano lessons, obviously we're also doing private voice lessons for choral students with our amazing voice professor, Amy Prince, who takes you from start to finish all the way through your recital. And she's an amazing voice teacher that teaches a lot about pedagogy, not just for how your voice develops, but also teaching you how to teach your future voice students as well. So there's a lot of great information coming from this hands-on choral music education. And Dr. Motorbell, what's so great about our instrumental music education program?
Well, lots of things, Dr. McDonald. The thing I pride myself on the most for our students, as you said, we are just so hands-on, much more than what I received as an undergrad at a large Big Ten university. So if you are an instrumental music ed major, you'll get to conduct our university concert band at least twice before you student teach. And as Dr. McDonald said, that is from helping select the repertoire and doing the initial sight reading rehearsal to walking out on the beautiful stage at the Hettenhausen Center for the Arts for the concert that your family and friends can come see you conduct. Another thing that I love and I look forward to every year is we host a junior high concert band camp. I know it's one of Dr. McDonald's favorite weeks as well. And 2 summers ago, unfortunately, we weren't able to do it this past summer with COVID, but 2 summers ago, we had 150 junior high concert band campers. And our upper class music education members were there beside me the entire week. And they were able to teach master classes and teach sectionals and sit in on the ensemble rehearsals to see what life is really like with a group of 150 junior high band students. So all of those things prepare you for your career. In addition to the one-on-one piano lessons, I also want to just mention that our applied faculty for being a small school is top-notch. You will not find a better or more qualified applied faculty studio anywhere. For example, our trombone professor, Amanda Stewart, is the associate principal trombonist of the St. Louis Symphony. Mary Weber is also with the St. Louis Symphony. She teaches trumpet. You can look at each one of our applied faculty members and just find information on them, both in the performance world professionally and in the teaching world, that will let you know that you're going to excel both as a future educator and as a musician. So that's a little bit of information about our music education degree. We also offer music marketing at McKendree. And the Bachelor of Arts in Music Marketing combines music courses in music theory, music history, pedagogy, and performance, along with business coursework in promotion, design, and business management. With many different internship opportunities and numerous ways to take learning outside of the classroom, which is again something McKendree prides itself on, this unique degree program will make you stand out from the crowd. An interdisciplinary degree, which is housed in both the Division of Visual and Performing Arts and the School of Business. It will incorporate classes in both music and business to give students a broad-based background in both fields. The degree is designed to prepare you for a wide variety of careers in the music industry, from managing your own business to working for major music merchandise corporations to promoting your own studio and your own performances. Dr. McDonald, do you want to talk about our ensembles?
Yeah, so one of the great things about our music department is the number of amazing ensembles that we offer for our students. And before I even go into the list of what those ensembles are, I also want to point out that our ensembles are not just open for music majors. So if you're interested in studying theater, if you're interested in studying art or music or anything else, you're undecided and just trying some things out, I want everyone to know that you are welcome to join any of our ensembles to participate. So just to give you an idea of what some of our ensembles are, we have our concert band and our wind ensemble, our concert choir and our chamber choir. We have both a jazz ensemble and a jazz combo. We have a number of chamber ensembles for both woodwind and brass instruments. We also have our percussion ensemble, and then we have our athletic bands, our marching Bearcat band, and also our pep band. So with that long list of awesome ensembles, all of those are open to any students to participate in, to come in and be a part of our department, and to share their talent and their gifts with those ensembles and help us to perform. There's also scholarship opportunities for all of those groups. We also have the network and community of the McKendree family that comes through those ensembles, and we just have a lot of fun being able to present our music and to grow together through those various ensembles. Anything else for music, Dr. Motorbell?
I think we covered it, but we can take questions at the end. You can also like and follow our Department of Music Facebook page, where we post recordings and upcoming events, and you can reach us through that as well.
Perfect. Facebook.com/McKendree Music. So we're going to move on now to discuss the theater program here at McKendree. And I am going to talk a little bit about the theater program because our professor, Michelle Magnuson, is actually right across the hall here in the Hedenhausen Center for the Arts. They are in a dress rehearsal right now for the fall play, which is 10 Ways to Survive Quarantine, which is a very interesting performance that features both live performance, pre-recorded performance, and live performance via Zoom. You can imagine that right now there's a lot of these things going on, and Michelle has done a great job to be creative and to stay involved as she is as we're all dealing with this pandemic. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the theater program in Michelle's stand. So the BA in theater allows you to gain a broad understanding of theater art while honing your skills in a specific area of emphasis. The curriculum includes applied studio courses in acting, directing, and technical production, and design, as well as dramatic literature, theater history, and theory. The courses will help you build the needed skills in movement, voice, interpretation, design, production, critical analysis, and writing. The core curriculum for all theater majors provides a solid basis in all aspects of theater. And coming back to what we've all been talking about, both in art, in music, and in theater, creating a well-rounded student that can go on to have many, many, many job opportunities is everyone's goal here. And that's also included in the theater. So a couple of the courses in the theater core curriculum include acting, play production, and there's a play production for set and lights, and a separate course for play production for costume and makeup. There's a dramatic literature course, a course in directing, theater history, and then there's also theater practicum and a senior project in theater, which is an individually designed capstone course. Oftentimes for the senior project in theater, students will go out to community theaters and help direct or help design or star in and have their hands involved in some community or local high school or middle school theater for that capstone course. The theater major is divided into 3 separate tracks, so you can pick the studies that you're most interested in. The first is the acting track, which focuses on the skills required for performance, training the actor's mind, voice, and body. The second track is the technical theater track, which focuses on skills required for the backstage work, like stage management, theater production, and design. And there's also a general studies track, which kind of involves both of those. It's an overview of the entire theater practice. So once again, you can decide whether you're wanting to go into performance or more towards design and technical, or if you're not sure or you want to be well-rounded and have an opportunity to do both, you can choose the general studies track. The theater department puts on at least one production every semester. And just like with the music ensembles as well, those productions are open to the entire campus. Anyone can audition and be a part of those projects and those presentations. And Michelle does a wonderful job working with everybody with their schedules to make sure that if they want to be a part of a theater presentation, but they also are involved in maybe another ensemble that has weekly rehearsals, or maybe they're an athlete that has practice schedules and games and matches, working with those students to make sure the schedules match up and that they can still participate in these theater productions. So that's just a little bit about the theater program. We can take questions for that at the end as well, although we may have to defer some of those to Michelle to answer. So that covers, I think, the theater.
So now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the scholarship opportunities to get involved with the arts at McKendree. And the opportunities to be involved with the Division in Visual Performing Arts, no matter what your program of study or major, are boundless. All 6 faculty members in the Division of Visual and Performing Arts truly believe that participating in the arts is a lifelong activity. And so we want all of those who are interested in making music or being involved with theater or making art to join us, again, regardless of major. When you're 60, 70 years old, you may not be able to run down the football field or play basketball with your friends, but music, art, and theater are truly lifelong events that all should be participating in. So independent of your chosen field of study, there are scholarship opportunities available for your participation in all areas of the arts at McKendree. So our minimum scholarships, and all of these scholarships can be stacked upon your academic awards. We start at $3,000 and they may go up to $5,500 annually, so renewable each year you participate, depending on your level of participation and qualification. And again, those scholarships are available for anyone interested in art, theater, or music. Contact anyone in admissions and they'll get you to the right faculty member so we can discuss how to make sure that a scholarship is put on your financial aid package. We can also answer questions about that at the end. I think I'll pass it back over to Gwen now.
All right, thank you so much for all of that very good and valuable information. So, we often get questions from prospective students. And so I have listed some of the popular questions that we do get from students and thought that maybe we could take a few minutes to answer some of these questions. But just a reminder to our attendees, definitely feel free to put any questions that you have in the Q&A feature, and we will be sure to answer those as we go through here. So just to get us started, I think the first question is, what makes the McKendree academic experience different or better? So would one of you like to take that question?
I can take it from the music perspective, Gwen. Having gone, as I said, to a large undergraduate program, I grew up believing that bigger was better. And in some cases that's true, but when you need to get an academic experience to prepare you for your future career, the small class sizes and all of the hands-on learning opportunities that we've discussed are much better. You're going to be so much more prepared to go out and make that difference in the world and make the difference in the field of arts than you would be when there's 30, 40, 50 people in your degree program. So you're going to get to know your professors at a much higher level. You're going to get to be involved with their professional work. So both Dr. McDonald and I perform in professional groups, and oftentimes our students go with us to those performances and they get to see us and meet other professionals that we perform with. I know Kevin also shows his artwork as he's a professional artist as well. So having that kind of interaction and relationship with your professors that you may not get at a larger school is just going to make you so much more prepared for your career.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah. To piggy off of that too, I would say, yes, the broad study does prepare you. And I, having been here, not as long as some of our other faculty, but I recognize that I will fight for you. If you put the work in, and especially for our students this week, especially many of my senior graduate students, our senior students here, I'm here to fight for them because I recognize that it is important. It's interesting because I also come from very large state schools, thinking again that it was a really big opportunity. Bigger is better, right? But in actuality, I have found that our small family community kind of atmosphere here really does make a difference. And for many students, they really do feel as if there's a lot of, we put a lot of emphasis on that too. And I think that's just fantastic. Yeah.
Great, thank you so much. So we'll go on to the next question. How do students get involved in program-related activities, and are they able to balance that in and out of the classroom work?
I will take a shot at this one. So one of the great things too about having such a small school, small community is that we all work together to make sure that our students can be very involved. A great thing about college life is coming to campus, whether you're able to live on campus or commute in, and just be ingratiated in all the various activities that happen on campus. And we really encourage here at McKendree for our students to do that, to become well-rounded. So not only does that mean studying and practicing and getting better academically, but that also means getting involved in student organizations and being involved in leadership through, whether it's through student government or through Greek life. We also encourage our students to get out there and see everything that there is to offer. So that's going to sports events and being a part of that family and supporting our colleagues through attending those events. The Hettenhausen Center for the Arts also has a wonderful series that brings in literally world-class artists every year, and students can attend those for free. So getting to come in and see the Russian ballet or an Argentinian tango group or a theater production from New York, there's so many different opportunities. So we encourage our students to get out and be involved and be a part of that. And it's easy for them. So the question about balancing inside of class and outside of class, it's much easier when you're a part of this community that communicates with one another and has that open understanding. So for instance, again, from the music perspective, we have a number of students that participate in our ensembles that are involved in student organizations. They're leaders in Greek life. They play sports. And so there's obviously a lot of different strings that are pulling them in different directions. But we all work together to be flexible and adaptable and make sure that the student values that balance and learns that time management and balance so that they can have that ability when they get out to their career. But we also want them to be involved. We don't want to discourage them from being involved. We want to encourage them to be involved in as many things as possible. And like I said, as the small community, it's much easier for us to do that. And as a faculty and staff ourselves, we are going to games. We are going to HET events. We are attending all the various things that are happening on campus as well. So we as faculty and our staff as well recognize the importance for our students to have those same opportunities.
Perfect. Very well said. Thank you so much. All right. If nobody else wants to add to that, I think the next question would be, the curriculum within the classroom is very important, but also is the networking that takes place outside of the classroom. So what type of networking opportunities are available?
I can talk a little bit about that, and then I would invite Kevin to jump in as well. So in the music department, being so close to St. Louis is a really great opportunity. Jen already mentioned earlier about how some of our faculty are on staff at the St. Louis Symphony. We also have many of our music faculty that work for the Scott Air Force Band. So we have a lot of networking opportunities through that relationship with those entities, and also being so close to St. Louis. For our music education students, our networking opportunities are vast, not only because of the area teachers and administrators that we've built relationships with through our field experience, our student teaching, but also through our alums. We've had a great placement rating in the past 5 years. We've had 100% of music education students who have gone on to pursue teaching positions have been placed. And so now those students are resources for us. And so that's a great networking to have teachers out there in the field, graduates from McKendree, or just colleagues that we've sent student teachers to that are amazing networking opportunities for our music students, both in the region, statewide, and over in St. Louis as well.
All right, Kevin, how about you? You want to say anything?
No, absolutely. I think being so close to St. Louis, we are sort of in this like pocket of really great. We're a small school, but yet we're really big, next to a relatively big city that has great opportunities for the arts. I'd say in terms of networking, we recently have been working with a couple different businesses, both design firm as well as sort of fine arts kind of a background, and such as the museums or galleries. And we've had a really good successes there. Just in our recent history, many of our graduates have partnered with the Regional Arts Commission, and they have been active interns at Lauermeyer Sculpture Garden, that comes up as an example, or other smaller galleries as well. In terms of design work, we've had, and I've recently placed a few students into internship opportunities working in graphic design, as well as kind of other kind of marketing also opportunities. I think what makes it really wonderful is that you do have the option and you do have the opportunity to work in a very small environment. Like, and you probably have already been feeling, and we've been talking a lot about that too. A small family environment, and yet you still have access into really truly world-class artists from across the world that come through not only in Lebanon, but also through St. Louis too. In terms of exhibitions, many of our students, in the art side at least, do participate in a lot of national and regional art exhibitions. And lately they've been really doing very well, winning awards, winning prizes. Further, we, as faculty members, we're really well connected with a lot of our local businesses, and oftentimes a lot of businesses will reach out to us to look for design work, or artists to help paint murals, for instance, and also some design work in terms of digital design too. And we always try to put our students first. We really want you guys to succeed, and what better way to learn than to really network with professional working experiences.
Okay. So kind of going along with that, I guess the question is, are employers familiar with McKendree graduates? And are you able to talk a little bit or give examples of where McKendree graduates have ended up, whether it is from music or art or from the theater side?
I mean, I can talk about that with the music side.
Okay.
Employers are definitely familiar with McKendree graduates because McKendree graduates are out in the field prior to actually graduating. So for a music education major, for instance, they're going to be out doing observations, and they're also very eager to get that hands-on experience that we talked about. So they'll volunteer to help teach sectionals at a school, or work with a marching band, or work with a choir program. So they're already out in the field, and they're getting to know other professional choir and band directors and administrators. And because of that, we have placed graduates in some of the best positions that have been available in the last few years. So for instance, some of our graduates are teaching right now at Breeze Central and Westland and Edwardsville High School and Nashville. So we're getting our graduates in some of the best music education positions. As far as music marketing, our students are doing a little bit of everything, but one of our recent graduates for that is actually running a music store in Fairview Heights and managing the music store. So our graduates are very good at getting jobs. As we talked about, we have 100% placement rate, and it's because they are so dedicated to their craft and they're out in the professional field even before they go through the formal student teaching experience.
Okay. Kevin, would you like to talk in terms of art?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, we participate in Varsity Art, which is a regional arts competition. And through that exhibition, just by itself, we send 2 students out every year. And just through that, they have been, I think, many galleries and also museum organizations. And just generally, the community does recognize that we tend to turn out pretty strong students too. Again, through organizations and partnering with nonprofits in St. Louis, we've had a pretty good success as of late too. And right, as Dr. Motor-Bell has brought up, 100% graduation rate, 100% graduation rate, but also 100% job placement too. And I think really high job placement has been so important for us because again, we recognize that it takes a lot of different things to be successful, and being good at a variety of things and being prepared to be successful in these ranges are really the keys to success, especially in our time right now, you know?
Sure. So the last question that I have revolves around the audition process and how that works for both music and art.
So yeah, I can talk about the music audition. There's a couple of different ways we can go about this. Even in a pre-pandemic world, we were accepting virtual auditions, which were accepted either as an unlisted YouTube, or if there's another way to share a video of you performing that you could send to either myself for vocal students or Dr. Motor-Bell for instrumental students. So those are on our website, mckendree.edu/music. There's a music auditions page that lists more specific information about what sort of excerpts we're looking for those video auditions for singers and instrumentalists to send in for those. We are still also offering live auditions that can be scheduled with all social distancing requirements happening during this year as well. If you want to come to campus and visit with us and audition live and on your instrument or singing for us, we can make that happen for you as well. And the same thing applies on our website. You can see the specific things we're looking for those pieces. So we'll ask maybe for a couple different pieces of literature for you to play or sing, maybe a brief sight reading ear training exercise for those as well. So either a virtual audition or an in-person audition is being accepted for those. And there's a separate audition process for scholarships than there are for the department, but we have to have an audition for anyone to come in to be eligible for the music major. So there's a lot of information. There's a lot more details on our website if you want to go and read through that. If you're interested in auditioning for music, mckendree.edu/music, and click on the music auditions page. And that'll also give you our contact information if you need have any other questions for that as well.
All right.
Yeah, from the art side, hi, welcome back. Hey, it's me. From the art side, we, rather than doing an audition, because unless you're really ready to prepare with sound art, we have a portfolio review, essentially, especially for the scholarship. To qualify for that, we ask that you send 10 digital images of recent work that you have, a letter of recommendation, as well as a letter of interest, essentially. And this is, again, for the scholarship. In terms of being accepted into our program, we welcome all. And we generally have a review process that happens in your second year, known as sophomore review. And this is actually going to be very similar to the scholarship application, in which we set up an interview as well as portfolio review with 10 images that are digital. And we also have a mini quiz that happens just to make sure that you've passed all of your foundation studio core before you begin on your own journey into whatever studio art practices or design practices you might find yourself in too. You can also find our information on our website. You can also feel free to contact me on my email. Can you see that? It's probably reversed, isn't it? Wow, great. That's okay. Our information can also be found on our website as well too.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you for taking a few minutes to answer these questions. So hopefully those are valuable information for our attendees. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and click over. This is the contact information for each of our panelists. So I would encourage you to take a picture of this so that you have their contact information, and definitely feel free to follow up with each of them if you have any questions. I know that they would be more than happy to answer those questions for you. So I'm going to leave that up for just another couple seconds. And then this actually concludes the information about the visual and performing arts. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get ready to switch over to the admissions presentation. And so I want you to feel free to ask questions throughout this presentation. You can drop those questions into the Q&A, but we're going to watch a video and I will provide some more information to you about the admissions process.
Founded in 1828, McKendree University is Illinois' first institution of higher education. Located in the historic town of Lebanon, Illinois, McKendree is a private university that provides students with a combination of comprehensive coursework and experiential learning. With a total undergraduate enrollment of 2,499 students, McKendree students represent 41 states and 38 countries. Conveniently located 30 minutes away from downtown St. Louis, McKendree offers the perfect mix of small-town living and big city adventure.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause it there for a minute. Out of our 2,500 students across all of our programs and campuses, 1,300 are full-time undergraduate students at our main campus in Lebanon, Illinois. And while we maintain our longstanding affiliation with the United Methodist Church, we welcome and embrace students from all religions, ethnicities, and socioeconomic backgrounds. We are able to maintain a large amount of diversity and a medium-sized student body. And our newest data shows that our students come from 40 states and 40 different countries. While 60% of our students come from the state of Illinois, we also draw many students from Missouri, California, Texas, Wisconsin, Ohio, Indiana, and Florida. And we pride ourselves on the diversity of our student body, which about 12% of our students identify as Black or African American, and about 9% are international students. These international students come from countries as far away as Sweden, Brazil, Italy, Thailand, New Zealand, and Kenya, among many different others. Our beautiful campus sits on 112 picturesque acres, and when you visit campus, you take in the grandeur of our century-old brick buildings that are perched side by side with modern architecture. And we have stately oak trees that invoke reverence and majesty and the warm familial feel of our campus community as you are warmly greeted everywhere you go. We're located here in the charming town of Lebanon, Illinois, home to about 4,400 people. It's a safe community that has all the features that you want in a college town. Great restaurants, rich history, shopping, and a great community support. You're also just 25 minutes away from the Arch and from downtown St. Louis, which provides you with endless cultural, recreational, and professional opportunities in the form of research and internships. We've mentioned experiential learning. Half of McKendree students complete an internship in any given year, and our students have interned at Fortune 500 companies, federal and various local municipal government agencies, nonprofit and community service organizations, arts organizations, and many, many different more other organizations. This mixture of a safe and personal environment with big city opportunities is truly unmatched by any institution in our region. So we're going to continue on with the video.
With more than 50 academic programs and over 80 clubs and co-curricular activities, McKendree offers everything students need for an incredible college experience. With an average class size of 14 and a 98% postgraduate success rate, students are guaranteed to have all their academic needs met with success right around the corner. Oh, did we forget to mention our Bearcats participate in the NCAA Division II Great Lakes Valley Conference? McKendree not only excels in academic prowess, but also athletics.
All right, we're going to pause it there for a minute. As we mentioned, McKendree University is a liberal arts college, and what this means is that you will take part in an exciting, dynamic, multidisciplinary curriculum that will uniquely prepare you for post-college life, and it sets you apart from other college graduates. In addition to developing strong skills in your chosen program of study, You'll also be able to form a well-rounded base of knowledge that you'll be able to showcase to potential employers or to graduate schools. And many high-level executives of major corporations and other businesses and educational professionals, they routinely indicate that their preference for graduates of liberal arts colleges is their preference for this particular reason. This outstanding academic performance is enhanced, your experience is enhanced by the personalized education that all Bearcats receive. None of our classes are taught by TAs. Every single class at McKendree is taught by an instructor that is accomplished in their field and that has a vested interest in your success. And over 90% of these faculty have a doctorate or equivalent terminal degree in their field. Our student to faculty ratio is 14:1, meaning that you'll develop close professional and mentoring relationships with your professors, an opportunity that is exceedingly rare at other institutions. Our faculty make themselves available with plentiful office hours to help you in their class and to meet with you for general career advice or to embark on research projects. Additionally, McKendree comes together every April for the Academic Excellence Celebration, on which no classes are held and students have the opportunity to present their research findings and to share their creative works with the campus community. This day is a microcosm of the personalized academic experience and the real-world experience that we uniquely offer here at McKendree. Outside of the classroom, there's no shortage of things to do at McKendree. We have almost 90 registered student organizations ranging from academic and pre-professional honor societies and community service organizations to unique special interest groups and fraternity and sorority life. Our Bearcats compete in the NCAA Division II Great Lakes Valley Conference. And the Hettenhausen Center for the Arts brings in guest speakers and artists, in addition to serving as the home for all of the McKendree performing arts groups. And with our liberal arts curriculum and our plentiful out-of-classroom opportunities, it's no wonder that we boast a 98% post-graduation success rate across all programs. In other words, within 6 months of graduation, 98% of Bearcat alumni are either employed or in graduate school. This is one of the best post-graduation success rates, not only in the St. Louis region or even in Illinois, but in the Midwest. So choosing to come to McKendree is choosing to invest in a bright future.
Would you like to become a future Bearcat? You can apply to enroll at McKendree University by following these simple steps. Submit a free application online or apply through the Common Application. Next, submit your official high school transcript to your admission counselor. Official SAT and ACT test results are optional for the fall 2021 academic year in order to provide more access during these unprecedented times. Fill out your free application for federal student aid, also known as FAFSA, on October 1st. McKendree school code is 001722. Housing applications open on December 1st, so be sure to fill it out to get the ball rolling on meeting your new live-in friends. During the winter, financial aid packages will be available. And last but not least, the enrollment deposit deadline is May 1st.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and pause it here for just a moment. So this is just our entire application process at a glance. So feel free to take a picture of this as well if you want. But basically, step number one is to apply. You can submit one of our free applications, and you can find that at apply.mckendree.edu. Again, that was apply.mckendree.edu. In order to provide greater access for students this year, we are not requiring standardized test scores from students. This is hoping to start, this will start in the fall of 2021. This means that you will not be required to submit SAT or ACT test scores for admission or academic scholarship consideration. So you just simply need to send your high school transcript to McKendree's Office of Admission, and your admission counselor will connect with you to discuss your next steps. We do provide a holistic review of your application, meaning that we do not look just at your GPA. We will consider the type of classes that you have taken in high school each year. We will look at your earned grades and your grade trends, the information that you provide in your personal statements, along with your involvement in the application process itself. The 2021 FAFSA became available to students on October the 1st. We do highly encourage students to submit the FAFSA because it provides students with the opportunity to be considered for all sources of state, federal, and institutional aid. And your admission counselor will reach out to you directly once your financial aid package becomes available, but certainly don't hesitate to reach out early if you or your support system have any questions regarding the financial aid at McKendree. The housing application, it becomes available to committed students on December the 1st. Our residence hall options range from 3 traditional style residence halls and 1 suite style residence hall. These 2 options range in price, layout, and experience. So please consider visiting our campus so that you can get a feel for what might be right for you. And while we hope that you decide to make it McKendree right away, admitted students do have until May 1st to make their final decision and to submit their enrollment deposit.
McKendree University is a place with so much to offer. From the residential experience to state-of-the-art classrooms, McKendree offers all the amenities to shape your university experiences in an amazing way. But don't just take our word for it. Take a look at what some of our students have to say.
Every single faculty member wants that personal connection with their students.
Our average class size is between 10 and 14.
The professor knows your name, they know your strengths. They'll recommend you for different groups, they'll recommend you for different programs, and they are just phenomenal.
Having these smaller classes, it makes it very easy to have a one-on-one conversation with them. It's easier to ask questions in the class.
Every day they walk into the classroom and they see a professor who is passionate and inspired, and that is contagious.
As previously mentioned, McKendree offers more than 50 academic programs, and our caring faculty and staff are ready to help you find your passion. A support network is already in place for you at McKendree. Student services are a large part of the McKendree community, as we are dedicated to the continuous growth and success of all our students. Services include a Student Success and Advising Center, equipped with tutors, a Career Services Center with advisors that can help you plan for the future, and public safety officers available 24/7. One of the most important factors in choosing a college or university is cost. Well, at McKendree University, we believe that higher education should be affordable. It is for this reason that we award over $24 million in institutional aid annually. We also offer a variety of scholarships, like the Dean's, the Presidential, and the Honors Scholarships.
All right, so this concludes our time together. I'm going to go ahead and ask our panelists to come back up on screen. All right, so any last minute thought from any of our panelists?
Sure, I'll go first. Just want to say thanks for everyone who's watching and who attended. And one thing I will say from everyone is just to reach out to one of us and to start a line of communication. I think that's one of the most important things, regardless of what you're interested in studying. Reach out to a number of faculty members. We're all really nice people, I think. I think we're all pretty good and pretty good at getting back in communication with everyone. So if you have any questions, there was not enough time, obviously, in like a day or 2 days or 3 days to really go into the details about what our programs can offer. So if you have questions or just want to know more, shoot us an email, call us at our office. We'd be happy to set up a one-on-one Zoom meeting or a socially distanced campus visit where we can chat and you can learn more. So I would encourage everybody to just reach out and ask questions and start that line of communication so we can answer some more questions and get you to be a Bearcat.
All right, sounds good. So thank you to each of our panelists for joining us this evening. Thank you for our attendees. Again, if you have any questions about McKendree University or the Division of Visual and Performing Arts, certainly reach out to us. Thank you and have a good night.